Today's race day at COTA, finally. I'm ready.
Yeah?
Just trying to push. I'm texting my my racing coach right now just to kind of get some reassurance from him. And now for the day to finally come is kind of a dream come true moment. 11:25 will be qualifying. It's been warm all week in the car. It's like the heat's definitely taking a toll on all of us as drivers. So if I set a really good lap in qualifying, then I think that'll give me the reassurance I need for the race. I'm trying to find where I can make more time at. I'm ready. I am ready. It's pretty short on time because of how big COTA is. A lap for us is about 2 minutes and 23 seconds. So 15 minutes is very limited amount of time.
Kale is in fourth right now.
I felt good in qualifying. Moving.
Your boy, third, fantastic, man.
I qualified P3 overall, but P2 in class, which I'm happy about. And I'm a second behind my class leader.
Just be ready, kids will get excited, right? And then don't forget to breathe. Especially like on the exit of one, right? Good deep breath, calm down, and then get into it, right? Okay.
This is the first race of the weekend for the Ford Mustang field, and COTA is known as one of the world-famous racetracks that we've got here in North America.
Looking back at NOLA, I wasn't as disciplined as I wanted to be. There were a lot of moves I could have made, so I'm wanting to implement myself more in my racecraft and hone it into a better scale.
It's a hot weekend in Texas for some sports car racing. How will the drivers cope with track temperatures well into the triple digits? We're about to find out as we let the horses run free at the world-famous Circuit of the Americas. Let's get ready to watch round 2 of the Ford Mustang Cup Miles Cup race. And now accelerating up towards turn number 1, Big Red as it's known. We see Will Lucas on the outside, already defensive from our leader, and now they're going to be coming out of turn number 1 and down the hill towards 2.
Mentally, I'm going to be focusing on my consistency, staying very taut with my line, and not experimenting with different things in the race.
Capaldi still in the lead up at the front, but look at that, it is Kale Buhl who is now in second position.
I'm going to be more focused on myself over the car so that I can stay in the right mental space whilst being absolutely roasted in the oven of a car we're driving. We were running about 138 degrees Fahrenheit inside of the car.
Over 125 degrees out here in Austin, Texas. That means these drivers are really going to be working, and you got to remember they have a big old V8 in the front end.
It's pretty toasty.
There's a move down to the inside. Luke is going to try and get that second place back, but it looks like a nice cutback from Kale Buhl. Although he's not going to be able to get back ahead of him by the exit of the corner. What is more awesome than seeing a pair of muscle cars drag race down a kilometer-long stretch here in Texas? But Will Lucas will take the lead away. Capaldi now the one on the back foot after leading for the majority of this race. Because of the battling, Buhl was a little bit quicker than them the last couple laps, but I just think he lost too much time.
The arm pumps every time. he does it every time, and I think he does it so he can like get me going.
I'm gonna give some credit where credit is due as well to Kale Buhl. He's laying down some lap times right now that is actually faster than our second place car of Craig Capaldi.
As Will Lucas will win at Circuit of the Americas. Kale Buhl not that far behind, obviously very pleased with a second place in the Dark Horse category.
Wow, that was a hot race, but we finished out. We got second, we made podium. I thought I held tremendous pace throughout. There was a lot of back and forth, so I want to aim to not do that tomorrow. So, and I mean, thanks to my dad and Leif Johnson, just for the dealership helping me get to this point where I am able to race. I think tomorrow I want to aim better in my qualifying than I did today. So I'm really focused on that for tomorrow. Shake and bake.
Get him first.
That felt amazing. Yeah? I did high 222, so much better than yesterday.
Thank you for being here. Round of applause for Kale.
This ain't me. I ain't that tall. He doesn't look as good as me though.
It's awesome.
My name is Tony Buhl, and I'm Kale's grandpa. Well, I think it's kind of awesome because I did it when I was younger, and grandma did it too. So it's kind of like following through the tradition, kind of, you know. I said to him, "Just do your best. You can do this."
I'm Diane Buhl, and I am Kale's mother, as he calls me. I'm a little bit of an adrenaline junkie, so I'm like, go get it, like I'm cheering. I'm excited when I see him out there. His heart is huge. Even we had kids yesterday here from the community. He just can relate and understand at different levels that a lot of kids don't. And he's, buddy, I know you got this, I love you, and I'm always cheering you on.
We're here with Kale Buhl, driver of the number 8. Kale, I understand you have quite a bit of familiarity with COTA. How's it been feeling this weekend?
It's been feeling really good. I started out on this track as basically my first track to be racing on. I started with my 2018 Mustang, like I was telling you, at NOLA. So I'm very familiar with some of the characteristics of this track, but at a much slower speed.
Well, speaking of being comfortable, I understand you're playing the National Anthem this weekend. My family tells you you're very comfortable with a number of instruments.
Racing is my biggest passion more than anything, but I'm a very, very big music buff, especially with like 70s and 80s rock and roll.
Kale Buhl, driver of the number 8, showing he's not just quick, but he's got some fast hands on the guitar, Joey.
Yeah, that was an amazing rendition of our national anthem, and what a beautiful way to celebrate it here in Texas.
Only imagine for Kale that he's going to be finding himself having to hustle a little bit to get down from that podium to get in the car. We don't have to take too much of a rush ourselves, so we're going to have a small break before we get to the racing itself. We'll be back for the start of the Parnelli Cup here at COTA.
Yeah, come along with me.
We've gone through all the pomp and circumstance, and now it comes down to what we're really here for, Joey. That's the racing. Lights come on the pace car. Driver is going to be so excited to go racing once again as all 8 of them start to line up. And we have a special pair of flag wavers today. For the green flag, it's going to be presented by Jeff and Diane Buhl, the parents of Kale Buhl, getting to wave him off to this race number 2 of the weekend with the Parnelli Cup. Here is there goes the safety car. As the green flag is out and they fly off down into turn 1. The horses are out of the barn.
Kale Buhl making an aggressive move down the inside. He finds himself there in the 3rd place position.
First 2 laps were awesome. I was tail and tail with Craig and Will. It was super fun.
I have been incredibly impressed with that white and green number 8 car. Remember, he was a few seconds behind our leaders yesterday.
I really felt like I had strong pace. I was super pumped. I was just going at it.
But he is right in the thick of things, hunting down the lead. He wants to get out front. Uh-oh. We got some problems with Kale Buhl's car.
And then come lap 2.
Not sure exactly what happened, but you see him already off pace on the back straightaway here.
Now I come into 11, my left front tire blew up.
There was some debris coming out the back end of the car, and it's definitely sitting on the racetrack.
All I'm hearing from the left front is ka-dum, 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 ka-dum.
That's a big shame to see because he was having such a great race.
And I'm like, James, Chris, my left front tire, it's done.
Do you see the heads up from this young driver? He is looking in the mirror. He does not want to affect anybody else's races.
I had to let everybody go by me and hustle to pit lane.
Is Kale? He says pit out.
I saw that too.
Yeah, so he is returning to the track. That might be something with the tires now.
At that point, I was like, this is me and myself, my own race. I'm gonna try and. My goal at that point was to set a fastest lap, which wouldn't have come, but I was just racing myself.
Now we see that shot of Kale Buhl on his outlap. He's officially back out there on the racetrack.
When you have bad luck like that, it almost lights an extra fire inside to drive even harder when you come back on the track.
And then my third lap, I spun out coming out of 11 on the back straight, so.
There are still things to learn as you're driving around lap after lap.
Meanwhile, we actually got a battle out on track. Nick Smither versus Walter Bobko. This is to decide second.
Smither and Bobko are racing pretty close together here.
I know that Kale is going to look back on this one and definitely probably want it back a little bit.
We still have 4 more races to go throughout the year. Just because I didn't get a win on my home track doesn't mean it's the end of the world.
Will Lucas has 20 more turns and 3+ miles to navigate here for his second win of the weekend.
There's more to look forward to.
I know it's going to be a small crumb of comfort for Kale Buhl, but despite his problems, he's remained on the lead lap this entire race, so he's not going to go a lap down. He'll complete all laps of the race. It has been a sweep in all 4 races so far this season for the Ford Mustang Cup as Will Lucas takes the win at COTA.
Kale Buhl, the hometown kid, not the result that he was looking for, but still finishes the race.
There's nowhere to go but up from here, and I can't thank my dad enough for it. I can't thank Capaldi enough for it. USAC. It's a tremendous series, and I compliment them for setting it up very well. So I'm happy with today. I'm gonna go change, go to Chili's, get a molten lava cake, sleep,